Okay, so with my live today, you're gonna get a good view of this, and I wanted to show my cards because when I watch my videos of myself after I've done my lives, it looks like I'm pulling cards intentionally that match what I'm saying, right? I'm kind of when I want to show you guys when I pull my cards, they actually come out and they match what I guess whoever the the guides are. That's what they're saying, right? So I also want to show off my new deck. I have a new deck here that I got from a beautiful reader over when I was at Jules Thomas's in DigiWorks. I forget her name though. I always forget names, but I'll see her face. And she gave me this deck. It's called the Akashic Tarot because I've been diving into the Akashic Records. I can read past lives. They tell me things, and when I dive into past lives, it makes so much sense in this lifetime. Why we do the things we do. It gives you some insight. And so this deck, it's really beautiful. It's got some really beautiful pictures in there, and I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm studying them, reading them. So I do want to pull some cards today on a softer note instead of being all, like yesterday I noticed the energy was very in your face and very strong. Today I'd like to, calm it down a little because I feel better. I've talked to a few healers because I was coming down really hard on myself for some human experiences I've been having. Because of course, and I got to explain over and over I'm human, but I had been going through some things. Thinking that I was being punished for something wrong I had done, but I hadn't. It was just the fact that I don't clear my energy enough. Hello. Yes, come book an appointment. I don't clear my energy enough when I'm doing my readings. I go home and then I sleep and I think that's good enough, but I gotta smudge, I gotta go out in the bush, I have to go and I gotta get somebody who has a pipe, because I don't have a pipe. I'm not a pipe carrier. But I do, it was a reminder by 4 different elders this morning. 4 elders getting on me, telling me, Carmen, you gotta look after yourself. Carmen, you have to look after yourself because nobody looks after you but you. So the cards I want to pull today are on a more gentler note because everybody is going through something so hard right now. And for me, I really got to toughen up and just not get involved in everybody's issues because I want to take everybody home, put you in my pocket, take you home and feed you duck soup. But I can't do that. So I'm going to use my Gilded Tarot today. So here are some cards I want to pull here for. I'm going to separate my cards into 3 piles. Pull this. Okay. Empress energy. So I have very, very high Empress energy. So what this is saying is what you're going through right now, you're the one that has the answer. Again, you're the one that has the answer to anything that's going to happen next in your life. So it's about outcomes. You never know what the outcome is going to be when you're going through something. So it's up to you to decide what the outcome is going to be depending on your mindset, right? Because you've been through this before. You've been in these places where it's like a cycle. I know a lot of us are going through that 8-year cycle. What did you do last time that you could change this time, right? So for myself, me breaking up with this guy and then me losing my children, it happened the same months, 16 years ago. What did I do that time? I fell off the wagon. I ended up on the streets, drunk, addicted, right? This time I decided to pull it back and I decided to run the ceremony. Yeah, I went and did some things I should not have done maybe, but I did them anyway. So I'm still here, still walking, talking, still still reading cards. So I must be doing something amazing if I'm still blessed in my vehicle, in my job, in my home. People still love me, eh? So another card that comes up here too, Ace of Swords again. Leaving behind those old ideas. So when I was talking to my friend Manny this morning, well, it'd be nighttime where he was telling me too that I have these ideas too, and I was just talking about that the other day in a reading about how we have to let go of these ideas that if we do things a certain way, we're punished by it. That's something I have to let go of. Of course society is going to be scared of things they don't know, especially with people of with what I do. When I see it from my perspective, I see it as challenges I've overcome. Other people will see it as detriments to people to hang around. We shouldn't talk to Carmen because she's not perfect, right? We base our ideas of ourselves around other people's ideas of us. It's time to let those go, because I know I'm an amazing, beautiful person. I know that. And that's not being narcissistic, or that's not being up full of myself. I know I am, right? Blocked energies, a lot of blocked energies coming up, even for myself too. That's why I like doing these readings, because it tells me a lot about myself too. So I've blocked myself from moving forward here the past couple days, because I had been stuck in a belief system that I had made myself wrong for choices I made as a human. What a beautiful time to be human. You know, we can connect over the internet, over the phone. We can get answers right away. A lot of us are waking up to our gifts, connecting to Creator, Mother Earth, things that we never thought we'd believe in. You know, that's what's happening with us right now, but we're blocking it because we want to see what's in front of us. We want to see that it's real, that it's right there. Believe in magic. When I was a little girl, I used to wish I'd have a crystal ball, and now I have a crystal, and I use that story all the time. I have a crystal ball now. That's what I do. I see things in it all the time. One thing that's really coming up with people right now too is that we're so tired. We're tired of going through the same thing. It's like, God, everything's happening all around me. I feel like I'm going, you know, insane. I can't control it. No, you can't control it. You cannot control it. You can only control your reaction to it. For example, me with my readings, right? Some days I just feel like giving up because, you know, again, people expect me to live this perfect lifestyle. I don't have a perfect lifestyle. And I can't give up, because I'll keep getting a phone call. Somebody will call me for a reading. I need to sit with you, you know. Even Kookums will call me, and that's the most amazing feeling ever, when a Kookum will call me and be like, hey, Carmen, I need your help. Me? You need my help? You need me to talk to you? That's such an honor, you know. Hello, Lyndon. I dreamt of my admired elders that never have entered my dreams before. That's awesome. One of my buddies was telling me about a dream he had about someone who had come into his dream that he'd never met before, and then when he met him, he was wearing the same clothes. Right? So it was really, there's a lot of beautiful things happening all around us that we need to just dive in and believe the impossible, right? So, but there is a lot of stuff going on with a lot of us that doesn't fit right with us. There's people leaving us, getting mad at us. We have to let them be mad. We have to let them be angry. That's not where, you know, they don't belong in this frequency of our life, right? The moon card. So the full moon is coming up here soon. So with the full moon, if you guys don't know how to make your moon water, learn how. And that's the beauty of, you know, having the internet and all these different groups on social media. There's always someone you can connect with. Yo, just go ahead and drop my speaker. Just go shut it off. But there's always someone to connect with. There. Maybe you'll hear me a little better now. Were you guys able to hear me while I was talking? Hi, Tanya. Hi, Penny. Hi, Deborah. Just pulling a couple cards just because I feel like being gentle and loving today. Do I leave them or not? So I can't, Carmen, I can't give you any insights on what to do, right? Because I've had people come to me, you said this and you said that. But the cards will tell you the picture of what's going on here with you. It's about putting all your ideas about, you know, your conditioning, your perceptions down and moving with intuition. See how calm the water is? Tanya, that's the answer to your question. So the full moon, using that manifestation, using the power of the moon and how full, because it represents pregnancy, right? It represents things coming to fruition. There's your answer. So whatever your intuition is telling you, that's what you do, right? Hello, my beautiful friend. I need a card. Okay, here's a card for Penny. All right, let's pull a card for Penny. So I'm hoping people will come and visit me at the store since I'm here full time now. Yeah, it's nice. However, I will be leaving for a few days this weekend. I'm going to go to Sandy Lake. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go visit my mom's grave. I'm going to go sit there and just be with her. And my late daughter. I have a daughter that's buried there and my brother. I got to go clean up their graves and go make sure everything is in order, right? I've lost a lot of people. And that's probably why my gift woke up. Penny, you're walking alone right now in your ideas and the things that are happening with you in your life. They're meant for you to be alone, but your path is illuminated by your guides, by the questions that you have. Because I know you sit, I don't know, but they're telling me that you sit there and you question things and you go over them in your mind over and over, and then you find the best possible outcome. It's time for you to stop moving in the best possible outcome and just listen to what it's telling you right here. This is my friend was telling me this morning, Carmen, you don't listen to your intuition anymore. You move with your heart. Oh, you know, you love this person, you love that person, you help them, and then you end up getting screwed over, and then you cry. Because that's exactly what's happening. I cry because, you know, I want to love everybody, but that love is not reciprocated because nobody can love, you know, the way I love, and nobody can love the way you love, and so on and so forth. It was a beautiful moment here a couple days ago when I finally told a man that's not my relative that I love him. And it wasn't romantic or sexual or objectified. It was just, man, my heart was just, oh, and I love him. And this man accepted it. And he's like, oh, I love you too. And I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. So this is, you know, we can sit and stew in our problems all day and worry about, you know, we lost our money over here and this. And then imagine if we bring that back. Bring it back and start moving towards the beautiful things in life. Oh my God, I'm alive. My eyes can see, my ears can still hear. You know, I can still breathe on my own. You know, yeah, sure, I fell, but I got back up. I'm still here. Hello, Tammy. I'm still here. I'm still here and I'm still happy, right? So, who's having problems with their lover right now? You ought to understand that he is lifting you in the best way he knows how. I don't know who this is, but it's a lady. I don't know who you is, but who you is. It's a lady. He doesn't know how to love. He only knows how to love from where he came from with his family. You got to understand, with his family is a product of the residential school system, is what they're saying. So he's showing you only what he knows, right? And this will last if you just keep looking up to Creator, looking after who's going to look after him in return. So I don't know who that's for. Hello, Nicole. Haven't seen you in a while. Long time. I'm hopefully heading out to Kihiwin Powwow here, but we'll see. I'm kind of flowing like the wind now because I'm full-time here at Kingsway. So. Another card coming up here too. Okay, here you go, Lyndon. Here's your card. Your gift is coming in strong. Stop doubting yourself. You still doubt yourself, eh? I see you. Because you're all trying to be sacred. You got to look at the shadow part of you too. Right? Like recently I admitted that I had, you know, done some things that I'm not too proud of, right? Well, I always do a lot of things I'm not too proud of, but I'm really open about it and vulnerable about it. That's where your answer is. It's being vulnerable about it, because we hide those parts of ourselves, right? We don't want people to see every single part of us. And it doesn't mean you have to go on Facebook Live and tell everybody, but it's about admitting it. And that's the medicine. Talking about it, that's medicine. Speak it up to Creator and your guides, you know, let it go. Right? Because there's parts of you you're hiding, you know, the self-doubt, the betrayal, right? Let it go, let it go. Make sense? It's more peaceful today. You guys are feeling more peaceful. It's not, I know. You guys have been through a lot of you that are on here. Somebody's just been through the ringer over and over and over. And here you are. You woke up this morning and you're like, yeah, this is nice. It's probably you, Deborah, because this is your card. You're giving a lot of energy to stuff that didn't matter. Here, oh my God, their problem, over here, and work, and oh my God, and this guy and her, and their couple, and my kids, and oh, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, what about Deborah? What about you, right? What about you? What did you like to do when you were a little kid? What did you forget that you loved to do, right? You know, I used to love playing bingo myself, right? But now it's boring because I sit there, and because that's my job, I sit here. But, you know, maybe it's time for me to get back into playing bingo sometime, right? And go sit there and just relax and just have that little feeling of, oh my God, I'm going to win, right? This is just about you going back to those places, you know, that you enjoy. Just you, Kiuma, nobody else, right? I might just take myself to bingo tonight. Okay. All of a sudden, just trying to go gamble. But that's what your card is a reminder of. Hello, Rita. Okay, Hillary. I'm going to need a favor from you. Miss Thang. Oh. You've leveled up considerably since, you know, all those tears that you've been crying, well, just telling on you, all the tears you've been crying are releasing all the toxins in your body that don't serve you anymore. So every time we cry, we release, make sure you're drinking stuff and replacing those fluids, you know, with nutrients, right? So you're releasing so you can level up now, right? But you're being really hard on yourself too. You're just like, wow, because we're the hardest. We point at ourselves and we make all the mistakes and we're crappy, right? We don't need anyone to kick our ass. We kick our own asses, and that's what you do, Hillary. Stop it. Stop, or I'll kick your ass. Chunks. I can't wait to go home. I can't wait for you guys to come see me for readings. Come and see me. Yeah, I'm just trying to crouch. Come and see me. Come and visit me. It's nice in here in my little office. I got food, I got drinks, I got chips, I got candy. Right. I got sunflower seeds. Hello, Rita. Wheel of Fortune. So with this Wheel of Fortune card, when I look at it, and I look, sometimes it moves backwards, sometimes it moves forwards, and sometimes this Wheel of Fortune will force you to look at your past and see how you've made decisions in a previous life, and it'll bring you back to the future here, not the movie, but here, and it'll ask you, what are you going to do with this energy this time, right? So, like I use that example of, you know, 16 years ago, I ended up, I slapped this lady because she was with my, you know, with someone that I loved, and then everybody turned on me, they were angry, right? And I'm just going to be open and honest about it. And then, it was really embarrassing because, you know, I couldn't prove that, you know, something was happening, right? But then when I proved that it was happening, everybody turned and they came to me and apologized, which is what's happening this year. People are seeing the truth of, you know, this gossip that had been flying around, right? And I was just in the midst of it as well. And now they're seeing like, oh yeah, you know, Carmen is really telling the truth. And I do. I have no reason to lie. What am I going to lie about? You know, everybody sees me. Everybody comes to me with energy. There's nothing to lie about here. And that's my next card over here. The truth is going to set you free when you really look at yourself. Hello, Kim. Can I get a card? Would want some knowledge. Sure. Yes, Kim. So this card is about really looking at yourself and seeing the parts of yourself that you hide, bringing them forward. And whoever sticks around will stick around, right? People will love you, you know, for being you, right? So, okay, here's a card for Kim. Kim, I think it's time for you to go and get some more knowledge, right? So it doesn't mean go back to school and go sit in the classroom and learn because, you know, but it's talking about you getting more knowledge in terms of your, you know, the way your mental health sits, right? Because you have a lot to look after because you look after the kids. I think yeah, that's what they told me before. You're the one that looks after the babies. So these babies, they're growing up and they're going to be adults someday. They look to you for advice. And that's a really, that's kind of a hard role, big shoes to fill, but that's what you're made for. That's for you, Kim, right? So learning about the kids, what makes them tick, you know, learning their language. You know how these kids make up this new lingo all the time? Maybe that's what it is, but it is telling you to learn more about the people that you're working with, which are the children. Kim keeps the kids, you guys. He's the uncle. So, the great uncle of all the babies. Does that help? Hello, Carrie. How are you feeling now since our reading, Carrie? Shar, yes. I'll pull a card for Shar, and then I'll pull a card for Carrie. Financially, mentally, health-wise, yeah, we're all having financial issues, man. We're all going through it, but that's the reason why we all have to talk to each other. You know, we ignore each other. We close in with our problems. We don't tell anybody. This is why I like to be honest about everything I go through. And I sit back and I wait to be judged, right? I do. And people will leave. You know, I've been deleted off Facebook here a few times here since I came back on because people didn't like what I had to say. And that's fine because that's theirs. That's theirs. It doesn't make them wrong or make me wrong. It's just a different frequency, and we still come from a place of love, which is the same here for you. Carrie, you have your guard up on the way things should be done. This is how it is. This is the only way to make money. This is the only way I should think, you know, I should go to a counselor or an elder for my mental health. No. Sometimes your mental health is fixed by just being out and sitting in the grass, maybe hugging a tree, thinking of different ways to help yourself. Put your sword down. Put it down. Sit, relax, and listen. You know, sometimes the wind will just blow a message through our ears when we really listen. Right? You gotta try to be cool. Yeah, you gotta be the Kool-Aid man, Kim. Chuck. Carrie, pull a card for me. Yes. Okay. Okay, what did we talk about? Let me get back in. Oh, okay. All right. So, in case you guys don't remember, I don't remember the readings. They will bring me back into your energy when they want me to hear what we talked about, right? Because I don't remember the readings. Carrie, it's about you. And again, this is you right now. This is you when you were a child and the relationship you had as a child. What's there that you forgot to bring forward, right? Bring that into your future, right? So, for example, when I was a child, all of us cousins hung out together. We used to hang around this big tree in Sandy Lake and we built forts and we just, we wouldn't go home till dark until we were hungry, right? That was our life because we just forgot about the world. This is you. You used to forget about the world once upon a time. Step out of your problems. They're going to be there when you get back, but you're going to be in a clear space once you get out in nature because that's where you belong. And I know this is because that's what they're telling me. Right? A lot of you belong in nature. We're living in a city. Indians don't really belong in the cities, but we're here, indigenizing spaces. And we tend to make it difficult on ourselves. Since that's how stubborn we are. Right? We were once nomadic people. Now we're put in these little boxes, and that's what makes it hard. And this is a teaching I got a long time ago, but when we're smudging our houses, right, we've got to smudge the corners because that's where crap gets stuck. Oh, I have a lady calling me for a reading right now. Okay, one more card. It's Rita. I'll pull my card for you and I'll call this Cookum. Is it Cookum calling me? Okay. All right, so patience, Rita. Patience is the answer for you right now, right? Taking your time, speaking slowly, thinking things out, right? These are the answers to your solutions when you hear what your higher self has to say compared to the worried self that you're trying to rush with. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you. But I do have to call this Cookum, right? Thank you for coming to my my little reading. And I'll probably do these just here and there, right? Because I know a lot of people can't afford readings. But I also want to let you know, I can't afford to give all my readings away for free. All right. Okay. You guys enjoy your day. Thank you for coming to my live. Love you.